Well, hello. It'll
Hello.
just be us two enjoying our little kiki Saturday moment.
Sounds good.
Thank you for agreeing to be part of this. Me and my partner did some research on you during the week, and we were very thrilled to have you. Let us start with you introducing yourself to the GAPA community. Uh, who is Lucy Chen? Shen.
Let's see. I don't know. I it's such a patchwork for me, but I consider it as well, I got my start in, I guess, community organizing. For me, it started in
Mhm.
2018. There was a whole movement, I guess, around the new sexual health curriculum we were adopting for our school district. And so that was where I got my feet wet because I realized there was a huge opposition that showed up
Yeah.
against it that I wasn't expecting. And in retrospect, I should have, right? In that we live in a suburban, pretty affluent kind of community. And so the political leanings are aligned accordingly.
Yes.
So as young alumni in the area, we really try to organize and turn out. And I'm just one of many organizers, right? Like none of this movement building is possible without a movement. For those who are curious, I am panromantic, asexual, and non-binary, specifically agender. So those are all things that labels that I guess I would identify with if asked, but generally I just say
Yes.
queer.
If it wasn't politics, where would you be? What would be your passion now?
For me, the core issue that I want to contribute to is just to be able to give back to our community.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to be able to pay it forward with my presence, with my experience, with whatever I can offer. I just wanted to really be able to give something back because the
Yes.
community has given me so much. I think it's important to give directly. I think building mutual
Mhm.
aid networks is important. A lot of times people just donate to an organization and trust that they'll do the work and walk away. But I really think
Yes.
that the magic comes from you personally investing into these efforts and seeing the fruit of your own efforts
Yes.
come out, right? It's a good feeling. And I think it keeps you going because it's really easy to burn out in volunteering and organizing. And
Yes. What's a good advice for you for someone who needs to live with family members or friends who voted for Trump, for example, for the other administration who have to deal with that kind of lifestyle?
people are not going to listen to you until they're ready to listen.
Yes.
And so what changed in my household this time is suddenly they were ready and willing to listen. And before that, no matter what I said, they weren't going to
Yes.
care about any of it. So um, I think it's important for us to keep trying. But it's important also to recognize that no matter how much you try, if they're not willing to open themselves to you, then
Mhm.
it's not going to get you very far. So protect your energy. It's okay. Like family is still family. And if that is important to you, then it's important to hang on to that balance, however that works out best for you. And I know everyone's
Yes.
situation is different, but it's not a reflection of your own inability to reach people if
Yes.
your family is not coming around to your lifestyle or your beliefs. Yeah.
What did you learn about yourself during campaigning?
Uh, that I am much more resilient than I thought I was.
Who are your role models?
My friends.
They're
They've
good.
carried the team so hard this campaign. They've really shown me what it means to work hard and believe in people. So I'm getting teary-eyed just talking about them because I love them so much. But
It's
uh,
good. Which Pokemon are you?
which Pokemon? I'm a Piplup.
How did you first hear about GAPA? And how was GAPA? How has GAPA impacted your personal and political life?
Oh, I first heard about GAPA actually probably when I was looking for endorsements things that were happening, specifically in the queer organization space, because I'm
Yeah.
familiar with NCAPIA and PFLAG, for example. So I was like, oh, is there anything else? And GAPA showed up in that list, but I don't think I really interacted until I was literally attacked on Twitter. And GAPA came out in support and in defense of all of us who got attacked in those. It was just a few tweets, but I really appreciated the show of support. It meant a lot.
And now that you are aware of GAPA and the mission and the vision of GAPA, how do you see yourself being part of it?
I think it's important for us to build relationships between our groups because we felt very isolated, to be honest. And the reason, we're completely on hiatus now because there's just not much you can do in a pandemic. Uh,
Yeah.
but I think if we had more conversation with larger local communities and organizations like GAPA, like NCAPIA, that we can really build more activities together so that everyone can get to know each other better and we can be in sync when things happen, because I think there's a disconnect in communication. So that's a major, what is it, in corporate America we would say it is an area of opportunity.
What is the good, the bad, the ugly in running for office? Let's just say someone is considering to run, a close friend of yours. What would be your immediate response or advice?
Stay true to your values, find the people you trust the most and ask them to be your campaign team, and be prepared to see the bright side in everything, and see it as a long-term goal and a vision that you're building towards, and not just like
Mhm.
a one-time thing that you're doing. Yeah.
I want to ask you, as someone who's been very articulate and vocal, and it seems like you and your friends are on the right track. What would your advice be for our community?
Find your people and don't listen to the haters. Like that's really, I know it's over, people say it all the time, but it's
Yeah,
really has to be your guiding light, because it's so easy to pay attention to the wrong things. So build your community, find your people, invest in it, believe in them, trust them, lean on them.
very good. So, what about you? What's next for you, and where can we find you, and where can we get in touch with you for to be part of the passion that you are currently living in?
I live on social media under the handle Lyratic, Lyrratic, usually. Whether I'm elected or not, I'm going to be here stirring up trouble. Like, we're here to make a difference. We haven't finished that work by any means. So we're going to continue our base building, our movement building, and lobbying for change wherever we see it happening. We're here to create a legacy that will help the people who came after us, right? The whole point is that it's not just about us. It's so enlarging the definition of like who you include in your us is the thing that I care about. And so I'll be continuing to do that at a local level first, because I think that's
Mhm.
where the biggest difference and impact can be made, is at a local level.
Very good. Thank you very much for your time. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you so much. It was great
Thank you.
meeting you all. Yeah.